A Volkswagen is a sure German thing. Good looking but not too expressive, quite reliable but without using the last century stack. And finally, electronics backed with arguably the best infotainment among the legacy automakers. If this mixture of features is your cup of tea, today we present a lineup of the newest 2022 Volkswagens across all powertrain variants and body styles. Before we begin, remember to subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, ring the notification bell, and let's start the engines. Volkswagen Jetta and Jetta GLI. The company's best-selling US sedan is getting a midlife update that consists of a few design enhancements, a new 1.5-liter engine for the base model, and more refined interior styling. In case of the performance-ready Jetta GLI, there is a new front bumper and grille with honeycomb detailing, a fresh diffuser, and wider dual exhaust pipes. Its chassis features a multi-link rear suspension, DCC adaptive damping system, and 18-inch wheels with larger brake discs from the previous generation Golf R. As usual, the GLI is motivated by a 2-liter turbo 4-pot that peaks at 228 horses and 258 pound-feet. Transmission options include a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed DSG with an electronic XDS cross-differential system. The interior of the GLI is complete with a perforated leather sports seats, 10-color ambient lighting, 10-inch digital cockpit, and an MIB3 infotainment with an 8-inch screen. Volkswagen ID.5 and ID.5 GTX. Just like all the upcoming MEB-based electric crossovers, the ID.4 is receiving a coupe-SUV version under the ID.5 and ID.5 GTX monikers. In addition to a sloping roofline, the model adds a small rear spoiler, available IQ.Light LED Matrix headlights, 3D design taillights, and a light strip accentuating the width of the rear. GTX in the name of this crossover denotes the flagship performance variant that should arrive with a dual-motor all-wheel drive drivetrain, making around 300 horses. This version will also get the largest available 77 kWh battery pack, enabling owners to drive up to 275 miles on a full charge. This model is powered by the Generation 3.0 software that supports over-the-air updates, Vehicle Dynamics Manager, Travel Assist with Car2X technology, and the new optional Park Assist Plus with a memory function. Expectedly, the interior is an all-digital bonanza with a new 30 shades ambient lighting. Volkswagen T-Roc. The entire T-Roc lineup is arriving with a fresher face, improved interior design, and more advanced tech. The bumpers look sportier, there are new wheel designs, plus the lighting is all LED. On the upper trims, you get intelligent IQ.Light with matrix LED headlights and a light bar running across the grille. The drivetrain portfolio includes 3 TSI and 2 TDI engines, making from 110 to 190 horses. By the way, despite the fact that it's a subcompact crossover, all-wheel drive is still available, though reserved to the top gasoline and diesel mills. As before, the R is powered by a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder with 300 horses. The cabin of the T-Roc is wrapped in leatherette or leather upholstery and is fitted with an all-digital driver's cluster. The infotainment display measures 8 or 9.2 inches in diagonal, plus the crossover can be optioned with the latest IQ Drive Assist with a predictive cruise control. Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport GT. Introduced in early 2020, the Atlas Cross Sport is a shorter and lighter version of the standard 7-seater Atlas. Now, it is being used as a base for the performance-oriented concept created by the VW's US ambassador, Jamie Orr. This one-of-a-kind GT wears Kingfisher blue paintwork, gloss black trim pieces, and custom GT badging. The model's sporty nature is accentuated by a lowered suspension and oversized 22-inch ABT sport wheels. Instead of the usual V6, there is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that here makes 300 horsepower. The mill is sourced from the latest Golf R and is paired with a 7-speed DSG and a 4-motion all-wheel drive. On the inside, this SUV gets color-matched detailing on the Recaro front buckets, steering wheel and stitching. Plus, the biggest update is the absence of the rear bench. It is replaced by two more Recaro seats with a central console for the rear passengers. Volkswagen Polo. Remember VW's favorite B-segment Super Mini? Despite being discontinued in many markets, it is still a strong seller in Europe, so the 2022 facelift was a must. This time, the front fascia can be hardly distinguished from the Golf 8, with its specific grille design, sharp LED headlamps with optional matrix units, a full-width monobrow DRL, and 15-inch wheels as standard. There is a choice of 4 bright new colors, including a striking purple. From the rear you will notice a pair of fake exhaust pipes and boomerang-shaped taillights. The 2022 VW Polo was sentenced to a single 1-liter 3-cylinder turbo and 3 outputs, 80, 90 and 110 horsepower. Moreover, there is an LPG variant. The facelifted Polo now goes standards with an 8-inch digital cockpit that blends seamlessly with a 6.5-inch infotainment touchscreen. On the higher trims, the latter duo can be represented by 10.25 and 9.2-inch screens correspondingly. If you support the direction that VW has taken in 2022, make sure to smash the like button and mention your favorite models in the comment section. Thanks for the feedback, and let's keep rolling. Volkswagen Polo GTI. The class of hot hatches does not feel right without the Polo GTI, which returns in 2022 as the only variant of the Super Mini to get a 4-cylinder engine. This time, the power is extracted from the revised 2.0-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged unit with 207 ponies. 236 pound-feet of torque delivered at rather low RPMs helped the Polo GTI to do a 0-60 sprint in respectable 6.5 seconds. Exterior-wise, the model mimics the new Golf GTI, with the familiar IQ.Light Matrix headlights underlined by a thin LED bar that stretches across the grille. At all 4 corners, you will have either standard 17-inch or optional 18-inch rims. The GTI also gets a bigger 10.25-inch driver's display, a performance-oriented chassis tune, and Volkswagen's travel assist system. Volkswagen ID.5 GTX. The sporty GTX is the first modification of VW's electric MEB crossover to arrive in the dual-motor all-wheel drive configuration. From the outside, telling the difference between a regular and a performance ID.4 are the bigger 20-inch alloys, restyled bumpers, new daytime running lights, and an updated X-shaped taillights profile. The combined output of the system reaches 299 horsepower and helps the model to accelerate from 0 to 62 mph in just 6.2 seconds, while its top speed will be electronically limited to 112 miles per hour. The 77 kWh battery pack can deliver almost 300 miles of range and supports 125 kW recharging. The interior of the ID.5 GTX gets a 12-inch infotainment, a digital driver's display, red detailing on the seats, and a huge LED strip stretching the width of the dashboard. Volkswagen Golf R Estate. Revealed in 2019, the 8th generation Golf has been making it across the world in different performance versions and body styles. For 2022, VW is launching a flagship Golf Estate model powered by the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with 320 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. The mill comes powered with a 7-speed dual-clutch 4-motion all-wheel drive and R-Performance torque vectoring. From the outside, this Golf is distinguished by exclusive exterior colors, R-specific bumpers, and a sports exhaust with twin tailpipes. Wheels are either 18 or 19 inches in diameter, but both house larger 18-inch performance brakes up front. Just as the regular Estate, the model has a 2.6 inches longer wheelbase, which means increased legroom and 21.6 cubic feet of boot space behind the rear seats. There is also fresh interior styling, redesigned driver controls, and a new digital cockpit pro. Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace. Since the VW Atlas is a North America exclusive offering, to compensate for the lack of 7-seaters besides the Touareg, some of the markets are also getting the Allspace version of the compact Tiguan. Its 2022 facelift mirrors the updated looks of the 2022 5-seater, so welcome the headlights with the eyebrows inspired by the Golf, full-width DRL strip, revised lower bumper, and new alloys. The flagship units will be also getting 24 LED matrix lamps and special badging. Turbocharged 1.4 and 2-liter 4-cylinder petrols and a 2-liter turbo diesel are in the engine arsenal, making from 148 to 217 horsepower. The 8-inch digital instrument panel is a standard feature, while the 10.25-inch cluster and Harman Kardon audio are among the optional extras. With all the seats folded, the stretched Allspace offers 1,920 liters of storage, and your family will be safer with a comprehensive set of driver aids. Volkswagen Taigo. Initially launched as a South America exclusive VW Nivus, the subcompact crossover is now making its way to the European market under the name Taigo. The model is built on the same underpinnings as the VW Polo and T-Cross, but it's longer, more aggressive and sportier. Its key styling cues include a roofline that slopes down to a subtle spoiler at the rear, a new front end with the optional matrix LED headlights, contrasting black cladding around the wheel arches, and a longer rear overhang. At this time, the drivetrain portfolio includes just 2 gasoline mills, a 1-liter turbo 3-cylinder with 95 or 110 horsepower, and a 1.5-liter turbo 4 with 150 HP. The model offers 4 trims, where the entry level comes equipped with an 8-inch digital cluster, a 6.5-inch touchscreen, and plenty of standard assists. Volkswagen Multivan. Introduced in 2016, the 6th-generation transporter is still quite fresh, but VW were still convinced that it was lagging behind the industry's leaders when it comes to people hauling. For this reason, the company will be replacing it with a new passenger-only T7 model labeled the Multivan. It moves to the MQB platform, debuts new retro-modern styling inspired by the 1980s T3, and offers the latest matrix LED headlights. The MPV has the maximum towing capacity of 4,400 pounds, seats up to 7 passengers, and offers a wide and robust engine portfolio. Customers will be able to choose between a 1.5-liter or a 2.0-liter turbo gasolines. There is a turbo diesel and the model's first plug-in hybrid with 218 horses. The cabin houses new 25% lighter seats, a multifunction table on the track system, 10.25-inch driver's display, and a 10-inch infotainment. We do need to know your opinion about the VW's upcoming lineup. Are they still the people's car brand with good value for the money and low depreciation? Discussion will take place in the comment section. Subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, like this video, and proceed to watching other 2022 car lineups by visiting our entire playlist. The links are on the screen. We'll see you.